back to the channel. This is our third podcast, and I think it's going really well so far. And this podcast, what are we going to talk about?
So we're going to talk about AI. And is it a do or is it a boom?
Okay, so basically, it's gonna be everything about AI. That's kind of like a thing which is going on right now, which is pretty much coming into like every industry and changing things everywhere. So we're not like really experts in AI or anything like that, but to one extent, like we both have faced that and we both have got influenced by that. So we wanted to talk about that and probably just give our thoughts and opinions on those things. So that's going to be this podcast. And before that, please do like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon so you get every time I post my videos. So let's not wait. We'll start with the.
I think before we start, I think we should be clear saying that whatever we're going to say is going to be our perspective, and it might vary from one to
That's
another.
what I said already. I told you we're not experts in AI, so it's not going to be like a. It's not going to be whatever we say is right or wrong. So we don't really have to give the disclaimer. So
but still, it's always nice to put a disclaimer. So that when someone gonna come and say, you know what, the disclaimer is already there, because certain information is according to what we know, and it might vary from.
It's gonna vary anyway. So
so we don't know. So just telling.
So to start, what do you think?
Oh, I thought you were gonna start it off.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Yeah. So what is? Okay, let me start. Okay. So to just start the topic with, so what is AI to you? What does it define to you?
I don't really know like what's the answer to this question. Are you asking for a definition or what?
No, I'm just asking your perspective. What is AI to you? It's just like a layman's
AI
term
is
for you.
basically artificial intelligence. So that's what I can say.
AI artificial intelligence.
AI is basically artificial intelligence. So it's a combination of machine learning and also a little bit a next level to machine learning, because machine learning there's like two different things. So I'm not sure if it's right or wrong, but from what I've seen, machine learning is something that if you keep providing it data, it creates results from that. So that's machine learning. And artificial intelligence is something that it's the same process, but it's one step ahead, meaning that let's say like if you give like 1,000 inputs to it, the next set of 1,000 inputs, when you give it, you would have already learned something from the first 1,000 inputs, and it's gonna alter it accordingly. So it has that capability of learning things and doing that learning curve. Whereas like machine learning in general, it doesn't do that. So if you give 1,000 inputs, it's gonna give a result from those 1,000 inputs. So it doesn't have that self-learning capability as AI.
My perspective, machine learning comes under artificial intelligence.
Kind of like they both are like very close.
Yeah. So, what is artificial? So, artificial intelligence is for me more like, in layman's term, it's basically you teach a machine to do something like a human being. Is what is artificial intelligence to me. So basically, you give in data and it works according to algorithms and all that. And once it has enough, data, it kind of acts like a human. So that is what artificial intelligence is.
When did you like first heard about it, or when did you first start not using it, but when was the influence started? Like when did you start getting influence from that?
So basically, I work in a company. So I work in a company where they create chatbots, so which uses in different industry to make it better. So basically, they teach algorithms and then they put in enough data to the chatbot. So basically, it trains itself, and after a point of time, it kind of gives you the answers that you want. So in that terms, I got introduced to it when I was back in, I think, my first work. So it was basically a company where they also teach Python, NPL, natural language processing, and all that. So that is where I first got introduced to it. So I used to work with it for a regular period of time, probably like for almost like two years, and 2 years and 8 months later, I was almost working in that company. So I think I had pretty much for me at that point of time, chatbot was like a normal thing. Okay, it did not make me think that this is going to be the future where we put in all the information.
Chatbot is basically like, it's like the things which you see on websites, right?
Yeah.
The automatic chat.
Yeah, so that is also a part of AI. So there's different levels of chatbots. So something which is very, very gentle, right? So they basically feed in the questions already, and then if you're going to type that question, it basically catches the word and it gives you the answer. So there's another level of chatbot which is like extreme. So where you ask anything to it, it'll be able to answer because it has so much of database inside. So we were not working on the second one, working on the first base. So where they had like a very minimum thing. So that's where I got introduced to it. And what was the next question? So yeah, that was when I got introduced to it. To be very, very frank, I didn't know AI was a huge thing, it was a big thing. So basically, I had one, I could have worked with a colleague, he was into data science and all that. So they used to talk on and on and on about it. So now I feel it matters a lot because they used to be so into it. They were basically IT guys. So they were like super into it. So when did you get introduced to it?
And like, I think properly, if I have to say, I think it would be 2020, end of 2020, beginning of 2021, because we were doing this project in studio. So at like my studio, they were actually starting to, and one of the projects we got, the work was basically to, I think it's like a TV series, but
so basically to edit the videos and do the VFX.
Not like edit, okay. But the work on that project was the actress. I don't know if she didn't sleep or what it is, but she has like crazy.
She's under eyes.
Oh yeah, like black circles, and it used to be like this thick. And she's very young. It's not like she's old or anything. I don't know her name.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't seen her before. It's like some new actress or something. Okay. But she
very curious after this. Go.
I'll show it. I don't remember her name. It was even. I don't think it's a huge show or anything. It's a small show only. But she used to have that this thick and black dark things. So and basically we have to remove that.
Okay.
So in every shot she comes, and she's the lead of the show. So she's gonna be in the entire series. So every shot where she comes, we have to remove that. Okay. So it's like each episode we had like probably 160 shots, and we were like 8 people.
Okay.
And we have to deliver 160 shots like every week. So at that time, like they were just starting to do the ML thing, like machine learning thing. So what the ML guys said was, if there's like one shot, example shot, it has like 100 frames, and let's say like she's talking like this, and probably she turns like this or something like that. So all they asked us, like they just told us to send like maybe 4 or 5 frames where we clean this up and like smooth it out and do all the paint work on just those 4 frames or 4 or 5 frames depending on how much she's moving, and we give those 4 frames. And we give like 4 or 5 frames for each shot in the same way, and they put all those things into ML, and basically what it does is like it cleans up like the entire shot.
Okay, cool.
But problem we had was it wasn't perfect. So that was the thing. So eventually it did work on probably 20 to 30% of the shots, but the remaining 70% we had to do it manually. Like if ML wasn't there, how we would do like normally in like VFX, we did it that way. But 20 to 30% it worked. But like even that.
So did it make your work easier? Or was it like reworking?
Not really. So that's the point. Like 20 to 30% it did it, but that wasn't perfect. So we have to again go and check if it's perfect. If it's not, we have to fix it.
So was it like rework, or you had to like you still made use of whatever?
Not rework, probably.
Yeah, that
it does like 80% of the work. We have to do the remaining 20%.
Okay.
So even now, like, so that's when I first started working with. I didn't work personally, but I started seeing people working with ML, and even recently we were doing that. Like even last year we did something for Spider-Man. We did the same thing, but again it didn't work.
Okay.
So we had to do it manually.
So do you guys like get some software or something, or you get like IT boys, or is it like a in-house thing where they also go working on?
So we don't get like softwares or anything. Like, so they were developing softwares.
Okay. So
they
basically it was a in-house.
basically, yeah,
they
are like developers. So so yeah, that's probably when I started seeing those things. And did you see anything that's affecting the industry? Like I mean, like I'm not asking, and like in general, but your industry.
It's affecting my industry. So I'm a UX designer. So I was working when I was in Chennai back then. I think the last month, May, I think I finished it. So after that, I'm not doing anything. I think this is my first unemployed month. So yeah, so as in the industry, right? Because I think I didn't get to work with so I think I didn't have any solid projects where I would use AI as in. So but I think for personal project and personal work and everything, I have used AI. So ChatGPT. Are you laughing for my portfolio? I'll kill you. What are you laughing for?
Like last week, I asked you to
compose
a letter to sell the car. You used ChatGPT to compose the letter.
This was my last line for this video, but then I will tell it right now. That is called smart work. It's not hard work. So be a smart person. So yeah. So basically, when it comes to my industry, it is affecting here and there, I believe. So I've heard people saying that there are certain applications where you can use AI to design the whole application and all that. But I think other than that, for me personally, I've actually gone through the whole ChatGPT thing to do my research and all that. So it basically gives you a lot of information though, but it only gives you till 2021 or 2022 or something. If you ask, it does not provide. No, okay. So when it says
like before that, it won't provide.
Yeah, ChatGPT 2021 or 2022 it gives information. It doesn't have
22 varaikum, okay.
I think it's 21, not even 22. So basically, it doesn't have any information about that. Okay, so that's why Brad is more. It's more it has more knowledge. Obviously, it's by Google, but I was not able to use Brad at all because it's not available here in Canada. So yeah, to do market research and all that, it's obviously helpful. People say that there are applications where you do the whole of the UX design processing, but I really did not find anything like that, so not really sure about it though. But I did go through a lot of articles about how it's is it affecting and all that, but pretty much out there, right? So mainly when it comes to user experience designs, it's basically designing applications. So it's basically not only designing application, but it also has like a various process in it. So you have to get what exactly. So there's a redesign of an application to say in a very layman's term. For Instagram மாதிரி ஒரு application வந்து design பண்ணனும்னா ஒரு person வந்து Instagram மாதிரி ஒரு application சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. They saying that I want to create application with photos in it. So நாங்க அதுக்கு வந்து we'll take what are the competitors that's available. We do the research and then we do a market research saying that who's more high and what's their plus, what are the features that's there. And then we get into it and then we try to cut down saying that certain people already come with their features saying that this is what I want. So in that case, you're not bettering anything. Then we try to do the whole of we do the information architecture and we do the user flow and then we prototype it and give it. So when it comes to that kind of a very very huge process, right? And also because the trend is keep on changing, I'm not sure whether the AI will be able to give it accurately, like what the. Because see, the whole UX thing is very, very dependent on pixel to pixel. So a pixel, even if you do it big, then it might look shabby or it may not look decent. And also the developers will have a big headache. So because everyone is kind of dependent on it, and plus that I feel in a day-to-day life, the UX is one of the top things that right now people do. Because initially probably experience matter கிடையாது. But இப்போ வந்து ஒரு அப்ளிகேஷன் எடுத்தா அது clean-ஆ இருக்கா, பேஜ் நல்லா இருக்கா, how it is, everything matters a lot. So I feel over there bringing in AI maybe it might take years, but still I feel humans are required to do the job because we know what we want better than any machine could learn. But it's very beautiful how AI can give information out. Like any market research, no, where if you type it out, no, it gives in a very clean manner and also puts in like proper words in case you like to. So it cuts down a lot of time. So a project இப்போ வந்து எனக்கு ஒரு sorry so even if it's gonna take like 3 months project, no, we take like solid at least even to design the application it only takes few weeks. But the before process is very, very long. So it's gonna cut down a lot of time. So it's gonna make it more efficient, I believe. It's not gonna put the whole of the industry down because research is something very, very key, right? So முன்னாடிலாம் இப்போ I want to do a research for ஒரு பேங்கிங் அப்ளிகேஷன்னா உட்காந்து ஒரு 6 weeks வந்து ஃபுல்லாக உட்காந்து தேடி ஒரு அப்ளிகேஷனுக்கு போய் அதுக்கு எவ்வளோ ஸ்டார்ஸ் இருக்குது, is there any comments in below, so we do it all so manually that now if I'm going to type it out and ask for the information, if I'm going to get the available information in a very clean cut manner, it's going to make me happy and it's also going to make the other person, that is my client, happy. So that is more efficient and it's more clear. And so that, no, I think when it comes to UX mainly, when we do a market research, it's not going to be wrong. It's not going to give wrong information for sure. Probably if you're going to ask for a design, it's probably going to give you different shades. You want a particular color, it may give you a different thing. If sometimes clients don't know what exactly they want, so we are the one who designed it. So if you don't know what exactly you want, then you can't go and ask a machine to give me this. So what do you think for your industry is affecting?
Oh yeah,
How is it?
obviously it's happening right now. So it's not affecting my industry like directly, but we are getting affected indirectly right now because of the strike. The entire strike is I mean, like people in VFX, like they know what's happening with the strike now. So but anyone who's outside of VFX, like there's been a strike going on since May 1st, between Writers Association and Motion Pictures Association. So basically, Writers Association is basically like an association of writers who writes for movies, TV shows for Hollywood. So it's basically based in US. So that association and MPA is where all these production companies, like including everyone, like Marvel,
Disney.
WB, Disney, and
Yeah,
everyone.
obviously.
So they have an association. So these writers are writing stories and scripts for these production companies. So basically, they have a contract and it renews every 3 years. And it was supposed to get renewed on May 1st, but the writers, they wanted to change some of the things in the contract, including like pay, how they get paid, and some things related to like how AI would replace the jobs, because but MPAs basically they didn't accept it. So May 1st, like their contract expired because they refused to sign, and they just went on a strike saying that we're not going to sign and we're not going to work. So because writing is like the beginning part of any project, so it's in a pre-production. It's affecting like the entire pre-production, production, and post-production where VFX industry comes. So uh, yeah, because of that, entire VFX industry is like low on work right
I
now.
want to know about this now.
So I'm telling it's
Yeah, sure.
AI is also like one of the reasons. So yeah, we're getting indirectly affected right now because of that. And even like as a general thing, when AI came and all that, people were asking questions like, is it gonna replace our jobs or something like that? I don't think it'll replace, but it'll just make it easier if it works properly. That's also because I have worked in projects where we kind of integrated ML. So with that, I'm saying like probably we can use it. It'll do 80% of the work, but
But don't you think
we need it. We need people to do the remaining 20%. So
sorry.
it cannot replace us, at least for now, for probably like next 30-40 years, I guess. I think it'll be well advanced enough to be perfect in that time.
So basically, I've read somewhere saying that every year 25% it goes to the next step. So 25% of the improvement happens in AI. So
Yeah.
what is That is a huge thing.
Obviously, because it keeps getting more and more data, right? So because of that, I think the more data it has, it'll be more perfect. At least like for now, I don't think it's gonna replace jobs or anything.
But personally, I feel no. If it will replace job, and if you're gonna ask me itself, no, then I think it is gonna replace job. It doesn't mean it's not gonna replace job, but it's not gonna replace 100% of the job. It's gonna replace at least 40% of the job because the work is very less and it's easy and they can be more efficient enough. Then there's 40% of the people who are gonna get affected. So,
And Elon Musk is saying, I saw this somewhere. He's saying, eventually people won't have jobs. So the government and all these people, they have to come up with a plan saying that each person has to get this much of amount of money every year from the government
who's
to
said?
live, because these robots and AI will replace jobs, so humans will not have anything to do at a point.
So did you?
So you need to give them money so that they can live their basic life.
So do
And
you?
Tesla is already developing robots, but the design is very criticized. But
I think Tesla is also a very good example for AI because they have like automated cars,
not
right? So
really.
where that is
Pretty
also
much
with
every
AI
car
only.
brand has that. That's what I thought too.
Illada, but okay, probably just premium nala probably everyone talks about it.
இல்ல
But
premium
self-driving
கிடையாது.
car
Self driving,
where in the car
no, self driving is, they're still developing it. Obviously it's AI, so it's still
AI,
learning.
yes.
So people who already have
See,
Teslas,
to
so
one
there's
point,
something called like, see, when you buy a Tesla, I don't know if it's fully ready, or I don't know at what stage it is right now, but I saw like probably maybe 1 year, 1.5 years back, Tesla, when you buy it, uh, a new one, it has like the basic things where when you go on highway, it follows the
the
lane.
lane and then
It can
goes.
switch lanes or something like that, which pretty much every car has. Even like a Hyundai, Ford, all those cars,
Lastly, ஒரு car.
they have. Not, you haven't seen that there because it's not applicable there, but
இங்க இருக்கா?
every car has that. It has like adaptive cruise. It has like lane assist, which basically means that even if you go a little bit outside, it'll push you inside the lane. So it won't let you go outside the lane.
So see,
So all those things are pretty basic, but where Tesla goes one step ahead is like the self-driving
yeah,
thing
self-driving.
inside the city. So it can do pretty much everything. Like இங்க stop sign இருக்கும்ல, even if there's no signal, there's going to be a stop sign where you have to stop and then go.
That is a lot of
Okay,
AI again.
So how they're doing that is, anyone who has a Tesla can download the beta version of the self-driving and they can test it out. Whenever they are driving their cars, they can do it, and whenever they do it, all those data will go and store in the server of Tesla. So they'll just deploy that to every other car.
It's machine learning again.
Yes, so it keeps getting more and more data because road situations are like not the same all the time. So anyone can cross the road at any time. So that's a situation. So when that situation comes, it's going to learn that. So if something comes like that, you need to stop. But it's going crazy sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't stop. Sometimes on a highway,
Is there any major accident that kind of created a big
has happened, but that also has something to do with the people too. So Tesla self-driving.
Self-drive போய் பின்னாடி போய்
Yeah,
உட்கார்ந்துக்க
you're not
முடியாது.
supposed to do that. So I think every 10 to 15 seconds or 20 seconds, it tells you to keep your hand on the steering. இல்லனா it starts beeping. அதுக்கப்புறமும் வைக்கலனா it will stop the car அப்படியே.
Out of nowhere வந்துருவா?
Oh yeah, it will stop the car. Even if you're on the highway, it will stop. I think we're too early to say AI will replace jobs and all.
இல்ல நான் தான் சொல்றேனே, I will not say it's going to replace everyone's job, but at the same time I feel it's going to replace like at least minimum of 10% of your job. உனக்கு ஒரு 10 ஷாட் வருதுன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, you're doing 10 ஷாட், அந்த 10 ஷாட்ல வந்து if the machine learning is excellent and it's gonna get it almost halfway done, you're only 20% of work, then they don't need like 100 people. They're gonna cut short to like 30-40 people.
Oh,
In that way I'm saying that it's gonna replace. இப்போ வந்து what do you think is AI is coming into the picture and everything is all bright there out and all that, but what level of ethics it is, what level of ethically is it right, what is going wrong? Is there any privacy problem, or is there anything related to that?
See, privacy problem, or see where it actually started is like where I started seeing this is with midjourney first. So midjourney is this app where you just give a prompt and it gives you an illustration, right? So uh it got huge. It's like so famous right now, everyone is using it. But what happened is like people started using that to do like commercial stuff, like where they design for clients and all that. So when it comes down to that, it's pretty much like you don't really need to have the skill of illustrating something. You just need to have the skill of using midjourney. So you don't even need to be an illustrator to actually do something.
See, my point is something very different from that. Okay, so whatever you're saying, no, I feel it's okay to use the
No, I'm
Midjourney.
telling it's okay, but that's where the whole privacy or the ethical thing starts.
I'm saying, if there's a person who's gonna do a Midjourney thing, and if the other person already knows, because see, Midjourney பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் when I've used it, okay, but it has a lot of skills to do with what exact words that you use, because they have their own algorithms and how it works and everything. So you give only a certain sentence put together in a certain ways, because I've gone to this Midjourney and I type shit, okay, and then I see abo images which are so beautiful, and mine will look so shitty. So that time, no, I realizing that they have to like frame the sentence so good, so beautifully, and that is also a skill, okay. But இது வந்து if they're going to use it commercially, if they're going to use it to make money or whatever it is, I feel it's up to the person and the other person, the client, if they already know. And I'm not sure if they can use Midjourney, and if they figure it out, do they sue and all
No,
that?
like
I'm not
midjourney
very
is
sure
like
with.
it's more than.
But my point is, after a point of time, no, when you take Midjourney, there are certain, see, because I follow a lot of artists and all that. So at this point of time, no, if I'm gonna go and saying that, you know what, modify Mona Lisa painting and do something, or if I'm gonna say, you know what, give me a abstract, like a certain artist saying that I would like to put it this way, it's gonna give you a design. And I don't feel that's ethics, because ஒரு பாயிண்ட்டுக்கு அப்புறமா you taken the information of a particular artist who has grown from scratch, who has come to that kind of a top position, and you don't have the rights to take them, because you don't pay them, you're not giving them money saying that Midjourney நான் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். Midjourney is basically an application where இப்போ உன்னோட மூஞ்சே வந்து Midjourney application இருந்தாலும் இருக்கும். ஒரு இந்தியன் பாய் give me this thing, திடீர்னு ஒரு மூஞ்சி வந்தாலும் வரும். So there's a very very big privacy concern when it comes to a normal human being. You might never know when your face is gonna end up
But the
there.
thing is like, no, but the thing is like, you're saying privacy concern and all those things, right? You've already lost the privacy thing. See, if you're that much private, then your picture shouldn't come anywhere.
See,
Your picture is already on the internet. That's why your picture is coming on Midjourney,
okay,
right?
even if you're gonna take my pictures, okay, I don't mind, it's okay, it's gonna be out there, it's fine. But there are certain artists who have grown from scratch, who have made a painting so beautifully, and இதே மாதிரி ஒரு painting இதே style பண்ணி கொடுங்க, the Midjourney is giving. I'm saying it's okay to do that also, but you need to get the rights for it to go up there.
Yeah, that was
You
the
need to get
protest
the
which was happening. So
you need to get the rights from the artist. You can't just do it some way, because then everyone will have one painting at their house, which is something else. So I don't think it's fair enough.
same way like how you're saying this for like visual stuff, right? There are these apps like which can create voices. So even I was using this. I literally downloaded the software and I just like uploaded like 2 or 3 of my YouTube videos where I'm talking for like 20-30 minutes of like length of what I'm talking, and I literally just submit that, and probably it takes like 24 hours to process it, and then the next day it gives me a voice. Basically it's like my voice, but it's not like the tones and all those things. It's not like that. It's like, how I talk and the slang and everything. It feels robotic,
But it needs
but
a lot
it's
of
my
learning.
voice.
But it needs a lot of learning. It will be able to do that.
It's my voice. So it's so easy. So if I'm doing like an explainer video on YouTube or something like that, I don't even have to talk. I can just write the script, put it on that. I don't have to say like and all those things. I don't have to think or anything. It's gonna be so perfect if I write it, right? So it's happening, but apart, like, this is like the starting stage which I have done it. But some people have used it extensively, and then what they have done is they literally took the voice of rappers, like very huge rappers, and they just fed that into AI and they literally did a song looking like the rapper
Who
actually
was the
sang.
fellow? You told me someone, right?
It's Kanye West. So
Someone
actually, it's not
tweeted that,
Kanye
right?
West. Sorry.
That was not Kanye West, someone else.
I think I'm mixing like two different stories. So like one of the stories is like a group of people.
Kanye West, no, student.
No. A group of people. They took a rapper's voice in the Mari and then they did a song out of it and they actually sent it to him because they didn't want to release it. They sent it to him and they asked for permission to like release it and all that. I think I saw it in who's that? MKBHT irukkaanla YouTuber. So I saw it in his video. So he was showing that. Another thing is I don't know if
But
it's
I think
Kanye.
they did release it, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's Kanye West or some other rapper. They actually tweeted saying that if anyone tries to imitate their voice using AI,
So Kanye West.
they'll sue. I mean, he'll sue them. So yeah, obviously because their voice is like their everything, right? So
Imagine, you just write the lyrics and you just train it and then you do like Anirudh music kind of thing. Like
yeah,
where
so
Anirudh
their
sings.
voice is everything
It's
for
not
them.
ethically
So
right. See, you can do something for fun, but I don't think so it's ethically right to get money from it. I don't think so it's fair.
already it's like anyone can make music now. If you have Logic Pro, you don't even have to know music.
Okay.
Even I have done it. Anyone can make music now.
I
So
don't know.
the only point is the voice. Even that is like getting. So you can literally make a song or anything like that without even like from like a laptop. So
yeah, it's ethically not right to do that. So I don't know. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I'm very sure that people are gonna get sued, and the creators are gonna get a lot of money. We're
yeah,
gonna
pretty much
to
anything.
conclude it. Yeah, we're pretty much there to finish it up. So, do you think AI is a boom or a doom?
Yeah, it won't be a doom, obviously. See, that's how it has been always. So anything that comes new, no people are gonna say like don't come. So uh, obviously we were like very small when the internet boom happened. So yeah, people reacted the same way. I mean, we didn't react. We were like kids. We were like babies. But when internet came, like all these like traditional way of doing everything,
Mailing
like
people, sending
uh,
letters.
everyone got panicked and they said like, no, this is not gonna work and all that. But see, like you cannot really. People can't even watch our
Did
video
people
if they don't.
really panic when the internet came?
Yes,
No,
they
I
did.
haven't. Okay.
They did. They
I
did.
don't know.
Everyone did. So see, like now, like we can't even
We can't
show
be
this
without.
video to anyone if they
There's
don't have
no
internet. So
internet.
it's like that. So no one can be without internet like right now. So you need it for everything. So same way, I think AI will also become like that at a point, and nothing is going. I mean, like if AI is gonna replace something, it will replace probably like the previous generation of tech, which is before AI. It's like emails replace post or like physical mail,
அது மாதிரி என்ன replace
or
பண்ணும்?
I don't know what that is. So like streaming, like Netflix replace cable TV, so something like that.
Actually, what is AI replacing?
I don't
think
know,
so.
but I think that's how it will be. If
I think that's not how it is. Probably AI is the thing which is replacing a lot of things. It's not just single things. It's affecting all the industries. It is replacing people. It's
yeah, then
replacing
I think
things.
AI is pretty much similar to internet. Internet replaces lots of things, not just like see, email is just one part of internet.
See, internet யாருமே I'm not sure people.
Internet replaces radio. Internet replaces like.
See, the thing is no, but still people listen to radio. It's not like people don't listen to radio.
Like, that's what I'm saying too. I'm not talking about like still people doing that and அதெல்லாம் இல்ல.
Actually, ஆமா அப்ப வந்து ரேடியோ ஜாக்கீஸ்க்குலாம் வந்து பிரச்சனையே இல்ல.
People still read newspapers, so it is what it is. So I don't think it's a doom. It's just a phase where we have to transition to that and accept the change.
No, when you say it's going to be newspaper, don't you think it's going to be this way around? Because people, whatever right now, whatever era and we probably would choose to do union works. Probably the next generation, probably it's going to be.
They won't do it. Yeah, that's all.
It's going to be different. Yeah.
Like we are not reading newspapers, but it's the same way.
I did not.
We did, but we're not reading newspapers now. But The previous generation is still reading newspapers even
Because
today.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு என்னோட தாத்தா வந்து நியூஸ் பேப்பர் படிப்பாரு. So வீட்டுக்கு அப்புறம் நியூஸ் பேப்பர் வரும்.
Even I have read it.
அது
Because that's the
வரும்னால
only,
அப்ப நான்
because that's the
படிப்பேன்.
only way of, seeing so many things.
இல்ல at that point of time also no வீட்ல கம்ப்யூட்டர் இருக்கும்.
இல்ல, even I'm telling, even before I had a computer at my home. So
அப்பலாம் நான் நியூஸே படிக்க மாட்டேன்.
no, the basic thing, like I used to go to that TV section and see like what's running on Cartoon Network like today, like every timing.
Yeah.
So that's how we know, now
yeah.
now we don't even
என்ன
need
டைம் என்ன வரும்னு.
now we don't even need it, right?
இப்பலாம் டாடா ஸ்கை போட்டா கீழ எல்லாமே வரும்.
So probably we'll be the last generation to use whatever we're using right now. I think maybe like the next generation or the generation after that, like I think it'll be totally different for them.
I don't know if you saw this or not. There was basically this ChatGPT in the ஆரம்பிச்சாருல. அவர் வந்து he gave an interview and then there's a person who asked. I thought long back I might be saying some notes. They asked saying that, what do you think? Don't you think it's going to be? He said, yeah, it is a threat. It's a threat for including me and other people out there. But if I'm not going to do this, there's going to be someone who's going to do it. It doesn't mean someone else will not do it. So it is happening. It's happening. So
another thing, what I've seen, like there's so many applications for ChatGPT, but one of the things I saw is you just type in ChatGPT saying that give me like a 7 days itinerary to some place, include all these things. I want it to be adventurous. If you just put that, it literally gives you like, go at this time to this, it might be like this, take the bus from here at this time, it will take this many hours, go here, you can take a walk. It's literally giving you everything. So even if you want to modify that, like I don't want this, like give me something else, it does that. So what happens to all these travel planners and the entire industry is gone with
like you said, no matter what, people who are going to read newspaper are going to read newspaper. The same way, people who would want to do their own research, find out where to go.
But this is very good for people who are like you and me, so we're never going to go to a travel agency to even like book tickets. We do everything on our own. So probably for us it will be like a good thing, but there are still people who actually book tickets from like a travel agency. So I think they're the last generation who are like sticking on to all this.
I would never say so. I don't think so. Because I think they have evolved with us, but probably not evolved equal to us. But then they've evolved a lot.
Yeah, but the evolution is gonna eventually go down.
First amma will call my aunt and talk on the phone and all that. Okay, but right now I think updates and everything, they also WhatsApp each other.
Yeah, they're doing it, but
இந்த முன்னாடிலாம் எங்க அம்மா வந்து இது என்னது சமைச்சு முடிச்ச அப்புறமா she will go and sit and watch television. Right now she watches the reels, she scrolls through YouTube and all that.
So she was watching the television for so many years, right? And the generation போயிடுச்சுன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ, next our generation is there. So the level of that experience is going down and down. So eventually it'll vanish. புரியுதா?
இல்ல, to one point of time, no.
So you take your sisters, you take your nephew.
Yeah.
Has he watched television before? Even if he watches television, he's not watching TV channels. He's watching things on YouTube.
See,
so he doesn't even know television. அவன் டிவில பார்த்தாலே it's only YouTube for him.
அது ஏன் நான் சொல்றேன், because it is because of how we evolved. Okay, because நம்மலாம் வந்து ஏதாவது பார்க்கணும்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க, இப்போ வந்து நமக்கு ஏதாவது பார்க்கணும், சாப்பிடுற நேரத்துல பார்க்கணும்னா நம்ம டிவி ரிமோட் எடுத்து தான் மாட்டுவோம்.
So that's the end of TV channels.
So I'm telling you, no matter what it is, TV channels are saying that's the end of it. No, I don't think so.
Yes, the only TV channel that will keep on going is news channel.
But what I'm trying to say is, no, at some point of time, no, when people evolve and each and everything happens, there's always a set of people who are also in the back, where they like certain things. I'm not going to say it's in the back. I'm going to say they still do like seeing something. என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸே எடுத்துக்கோ, சில பேர்லாம் சொல்லுவாங்க இந்த சீரியல் பாத்தியா, அந்த சீரியல் பாத்தியா. So it means they do watch it. So I'm saying, I'm not sure if I can say it's going to go to 0%, but probably it's going to go down. Because I'll tell you one very simple example. எல்லாரும் சொன்னாங்க OTT தான், அவ்வளவுதான், cinemas எல்லாம் closeன்னு. Even படம் release ஆகும்போது how many people will go and watch in theaters? Or if there's going to be even a normal movie, which people like, they're going to go and watch in theaters. That is not the end of everything. Theater is going to be still an experience where people are going to enjoy. Basically, the OTT became a very big thing because of COVID.
So basically, there are different factors that kind of played in it, but it's not the end of everything. So basically, if it's a boom or a doom, no, I feel it's a very big boom. So the doom thing is where, no, when it comes to ethical thing, no, I feel it's something very wrong. So people who are doing certain things. I know there are images out there and everything, but I think there should be amount of privacy. There should be certain ethics that should be followed. Mainly when it comes to be artists or any design, or even if someone's gonna work on something, it has taken them some hours to do it, and to replicate something like that with a different style or the same style and do something else. I don't think so. It's fair enough for the person who you're giving back. You probably make money out of it. Give the person. Do something. That's fine. It's more like YouTube வந்து, even though they take from ad and give your no, the money, you have to do something to give it to the artist. You shouldn't take everything up there. But I'm not sure if that kind of a filter can apply because all the images are out there and all that. So yeah. So the biggest boom I feel is no, AI is very, very huge. Okay. So we are all talking about something very, very small, but in major aspects, no. So I was reading this. So basically, they're trying to find out climate and all that. There are certain predictions that can be done, okay, but with all the algorithms and certain satellite to read how it works and all that, it's gonna save people. So in case there's gonna be a very good, there's gonna be a very bad event that's gonna be happening, then it's gonna save a lot of lives. They're gonna help people. They're gonna make them move,
Did you
transport,
watch
and
the
all
movie
that.
Geostorm?
No, did it?
That's what it's basically about. Okay, I'll talk later.
So yeah, so and also when it comes to a healthcare industry, there are algorithms which are trained where it can find out what disease it is. Because எனக்கே one of my uncle, I think he was suffering from, I don't know what is the exact word of that, but something like blood cancer, but it was something different. So they're trying to find it out for a very, very long time. Okay, so even though there is a lot of information that's available to find it accurately, it does take time, and it can also be a matter of life. It can also go. So when it comes to AI, I think it can also help. It can, in case they figure out that you have something, it's gonna help in a very huge way. So I think when it comes to healthcare industry, it's something very, very huge, and I think it's gonna make our lives very easier, more efficient enough. It will probably replace like 10 to 20% of our jobs, but I feel AI is a very big factor which can save a lot of, and I think it also helps with farmers and everything in the cultivation and all that, whatever they do, right? The crops and everything. It tries to predict saying that what kind of a soil you should put for, and so there's a lot of things which they're working on, and I think even government is involved in a lot of things where they're gonna help the farmers because what is India like? So I think they're helping a lot of farmers with AI. So that's going to be a very huge thing. So I think here and there, even though it's gonna replace few of us here and there, including me, including you,
Oh
but
yeah,
still it's gonna be a very huge thing.
so many people are using AI to do YouTube videos now.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
YouTube videos could have people post inside. I'm still not against it, okay, but it's kind of triggering. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's very, very bad.
This is
People,
what my husband got me for birthday. அதானே அந்த வாய்ஸ் தானே?
oh, அது இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்லயே இருக்கே.
ஆமா.
You can put the voice and then this thing. No, not that thing. I'm saying ஒரு ப்ரொஃபைல கிரியேட் பண்ணி ஒரு இமேஜ் போட்டு ஒரு வீடியோ கிரியேட் பண்ணி there's a lot of time and there's a lot of effort that goes into each and everyone's profile. Okay, let it be makeup artists or let it be content creators in different tech or just entertainment or whatever it is. So all this happens. Okay, in the side there's one account with full AI images. That's 500k followers.
Yeah.
That's kind of triggering. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm not against this or anything, but it's just triggering. It's like, dude, you are doing nothing.
No, but it's still no ChatGPT skills you need. I mean, sorry, midjourney skills you need. ஏன்னா
நான் சொல்லட்டா ரொம்ப ஃப்ராங்கா சொல்லட்டா ChatGPT யூஸ் பண்ணி நீ midjourney யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். It is easier. So there is always a smart way to work on it, but still seeing that is kind of very, very heartbreaking.
No, still no. It takes a while to get that 500k followers. Purida, like it's still not easy. Like
it's still not easy, da. But I'm saying it's not the level of work they kind of put in when it comes to content creators.
No,
I'm not against it, but I'm just saying that it does trigger me a little.
See, you're talking about the privacy and all the things, like it's already taking all images.
The art is probably not in yours.
But I'm telling that there is still an amount of work which goes into creating a page and putting all that, because anyone can do it. But why everyone doing it doesn't have a 500k followers?
It's not a consistency and the skill of
Huh.
putting on the words and all that.
So
I'm again saying I'm not against it, but it's just a trigger saying that
it's the same thing as like saying a normal YouTube video, right? Anyone can make a YouTube video, but why can't
So, எனக்கு
everyone?
தெரியாது இல்லையா
So,
நார்மலா சும்மா
why
பண்றவங்க
am
கூட
I
they'll
not
also
getting
have
more subscribers?
அது பத்தி நம்ம பேச வேணாம். So yeah.
Okay, guys.
Even I don't have much subscribers, very less subscribers, only 100 subscribers.
When did you start?
2 weeks back.
2 weeks, 2 years.
Yeah. அப்படி கணக்கு வச்சாலாம்டா.
So yeah,
So,
that's pretty much the end.
So we're not going to get to personal issues. So yeah. I feel it's a boom. You feel it's a boom.
Obviously, it's a boom. Even if it's a doom, we cannot really stop it. So whatever gonna happen is gonna happen. So
Peace out. Just make use of it when it comes to your kind of a field. No, if it helps you to learn a lot of skills and to improvise it, if you can use ChatGPT, or if you can use midjourney to make your life easier. And I think we all have to do smart work and not hard work. And I think that's what the algorithm is saying us right now.
that's pretty much it, guys. So yeah, I hope this was useful, and if it was useful, please do like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon so you get pressing videos.
Also subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, also subscribe to Monisha's channel.
I put my link
I'll
down.
put the link in the description. So yeah, if you guys have any more like topics you want us to talk about, like, you can comment down below. We'll do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Till then, it's Monisha and Manish.
Bye bye. See you.